money's what I'm talking about. You never crossing these borders. I'm whipping it up, Gordon Ramsay. I swear that I'm cooking these orders. You talk about me, you better just hope that you can just really afford it. I'm ballin', I'm winning, I'm feeling like Robert Horry. Nigga, I'm scoring, I count in the morning. They talk about me, then I gotta ignore it. My bitches be foreign, so independent, my money be corporate. These raps is boring. You hate me and I'm always gonna adore it. I'm smoking that soaring. She always go ahead, let me explore it. I call her my Dora. You can go and talk about me, I ain't flawless. I go put my all in. If a nigga talk about me, then I'm gone in. You know that I'm gone in. Jump in, take trips, Pompeii. All day, always keep 3 stacks like Andre. I get it, man. And you can never, ever get rid of that. So watch what you say, and watch how you do. If you playing the game, then you play by the rules. Money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money's what I'm talking about.
Okay, welcome to At the Bar Radio with Lady Antoinette and Gunman number 2.
Yes, sir. We in the building.
Hello.
It's gonna be an interesting show.
It's gonna be an interesting show. What's going on? What's going on? Cruel Intentions. My man Jamel Wanza said, "What's up, Gunman number 2?"
What's up, man? Appreciate the love as always, man. You always sharing the posts, man. You always liking and supporting, man. I appreciate that, man. Much appreciated.
Of course, we gotta talk. Gotta talk a little football. Gotta talk a little hip hop. Gotta talk a lot of crazy stuff been going on. You know what? It's been a crazy week for all of us. I ain't gonna go into big details because you ain't supposed to put your business out there, but it's hard working at a job where people have leadership roles and they don't know how to lead. If you are not, this is my public service announcement. If you are not, and I respect people that say, I don't want to be a manager because I don't want to have to deal with that. Right. So if you are not in the box and you are not ready to lead, politely sit the fuck down. Because there are other people, one, that are willing to take that job and that understand the consequences of that job. Right. People want the paycheck. They want the money, but they don't want the responsibility. And we can tell from last show, towards the end, not even towards the end, like several calls in the show, like I literally had to take phone calls because of failed leadership.
You pulled it out of muscle writing folks up.
No, that's gonna be this week.
Why are you so petty? Why are you bringing up
I'm just saying because I find it funny because we talk every day and he tells me about his employees and I'm like, I know him and I don't even know him. And I'm like, I don't like him and I don't even work with him. So I'm like, I know he don't like him. He got to deal with him every day.
Just like bad little kids.
Exactly. That's why I would never take a manager role. Because it's too much responsibility with all the personalities and yeah.
So I respect people. Like I can respect CP3 for saying that.
Yeah.
But there are people that want to take a manager role and they think a manager role is sitting and watching and playing on your phone and watching Amazon or shopping on Amazon and watching Hulu and Netflix and not helping your team. Yeah.
Not working.
Yes, not working for your paycheck. So I applaud people that understand that concept. So,
Well, we got somebody over here that
took that first drink.
He took a sip.
Oh shit!
He took a sip and
So,
Lord, help us.
Before you even get into your rant, we wanna
He took another sip before he do his rant.
Shit. Lord help. But we want to salute. We want to salute CP3. He sold another car this week.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm drinking tonight. They said every time I sell a car, I gotta take a shot. So I still gotta take a shot.
So the agreement is every time we started a new tradition at the bar, Lady Antoinette, we all agreed that every time you sell a car, we taking shots.
I'm gonna take a shot. I'm gonna take a shot of that nice bottle you got over there.
Shout out to Assad.
Oh, he don't even know.
He don't even know the
I'm
bottle.
like the Matrix, man. That shit just moved.
So shout out to Assad. He's watching.
What's up, Assad, man?
Yesterday I had the privilege of going to the event at the E-Life vegan restaurant. They had a pop-up shop. It was the Black Wall Street Renaissance. And it was a whole bunch of black entrepreneurs. Everybody was masked up and safe, by the way. And the food was fabulous. And it was a lot of good positive energy.
Good.
I was happy they invited me out. If you check on the At The Bar page on IG, my regular page, and even on Facebook, you can see the pictures that I took. It was a great event, and I thank Eric Kusa for inviting me out to come do that.
Yeah, wish I could have been there, man. Shout out. You told me y'all killed it out there. I wish I could have been there. But,
First of all, I kept seeing people leave with Eric Kusa bags and nobody else's bags.
Well, that's fine.
And then,
That's fine.
the good thing is they bring a network of people with them.
yeah.
And LA's mom actually came out.
Oh, really?
And his niece actually came out. So I think that's an important thing when your family comes out to support you and doing stuff like that.
Oh,
So, but it was a great day though.
Yeah.
So I definitely salute them.
Yeah, no doubt. They do some good work. About to get me some apparel made up soon.
Yeah, Assad, he needs a shirt that says.
Number 2. That's the first one. That's the first one. And then,
CP3, aka GM2. That's the one. I'm about to trademark that shit. I sent my boy the video.
I have some ideas for other shirts that you need.
Like what?
I'm gonna be nice right now.
Nah, go ahead, put it out there.
Ooh, he feeling froggy. He feeling froggy now.
Put it out there.
Wait till we get to the good liquor.
No, not thought, man. I told you.
Horror and recovery.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Yeah, you can give him a thought or male horror and recovery shirt.
Yeah, I'll take that. I can't do
You
that.
need that.
It's the same damn thing.
You need. It really is the same thing, but
No, it's not.
So, are you a male skis in recovery since you old school? You think don't start breaking old school rules out.
Different. It was different rules.
You hot in the pants. That's what they say.
Nah, I wouldn't necessarily say that. I like to have fun though.
What?
Yeah, we know you do, Super Thigh.
I'm like, do you know what hot in the pants means?
Raise your hand if you've been kidnapped at a random ass gas station. Like, come on, man. Come on.
For sexual favor.
Yes.
It happens sometimes.
Salute to Go.
No, it doesn't.
Shout out to Go Villain.
It happens never times.
Shout out to Go Villain. He's watching. He was a guest that was here that resulted in a 4-hour show.
What's going on,
Mr. Villain. That's what you called him.
That was a wild show. We was drinking that
Oh
shit.
shoot! Go Villain said, "Leave the gun at home on Sundays." Even he know you. His name is Go Villain, and even he know you is gunman number 2.
Man, I was riding with Janet today, so I left it at home.
Oh, so you put me with me.
I left it at home because I was riding. I was a passenger in the vehicle.
She's sweet.
I don't know what she might got warrants. You know.
She might. Nigga.
Just put it on there. Terrible.
I didn't want to endanger her freedom, so I said I'll leave it at home, even though it's registered illegal.
Okay, well, he says it.
Yeah,
I've never seen the gun license. Have you?
Want me to get, have them serve.
Friends don't let friends.
But you just, why did you say I had a warrant? Like, really?
I don't want to admit that on camera.
Okay.
You said I did. You didn't say you did.
They know you clean though, so they don't just know.
How do you know?
Because you work for the government. You was the man.
Whatever.
You know what?
It's terrible. It's awful.
So it's gonna be a while.
Gunman number 2 is on the road today.
Oh man, it's been a rough week.
You done put me on all kinds of stuff. People were like, well, does she have a warrant? Is she working for the man? What is she doing? Like,
Somebody's gonna be Googling you, looking up at your Facebook right now.
what did Lady Antoinette do? too.
They're gonna be confused, but they're gonna be tuning in trying to figure out what's gonna happen next. Somebody gonna kick in the door? Is it gonna
I
be
don't
a
like you
false?
writing this script. I don't like this script.
Hey, I told
So-
you my birthday month.
So next week is your birthday.
Next Sunday, baby.
Next Sunday. Yo, we are going to get you so fucked up.
Girl, I'm already on the way.
So wait, you just want to just get a ride here?
Yeah, get a ride.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna need a ride because that might
Yeah.
not be.
Yeah.
So, Go Villain said congratulations on selling the car.
Hey, man,
And he said he loves the show.
Hey, man,
We definitely got to have you back because it was...
Thanks, Mr. Villain. That's gonna be a nickname for us, Mr. Villain.
Because hopefully it won't be another 4-hour show. I really salute your girl because I know...
Yes, we love her.
Because she was so cool about it because I know she like, if these motherfuckers don't shut up so we can leave. Man, we was having too much fun on that show, though.
Yeah.
It almost turned into a 5-hour show.
Yeah, you ended there early. It was like at 4 hours and 20 minutes. We was still rocking. He was like, no, you got to end this. It was like, what, 11 something?
I had to work in the morning.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you got to work. I had to
Ended
work
it
too.
and we're still talking.
And then we still talk for like an hour afterwards. That's the funny shit. We should do another show with just the stuff that happens after we go off air.
It's gonna go longer.
You know.
I just be behind the scenes and shit. That's why I keep my feed going, because the shit that goes on when we playing videos, they don't hear it on your feed, but they like, these motherfuckers really crazy.
Yeah.
But that's you though.
But
It's
because
usually
it's authentic.
I'm glad they can't see me on yours joint there.
I'm working on that. I'm gonna get another camera. So
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
Oh, Lord.
I gotta get it more powerful adapter because
Uh.
yeah, I'm looking at that right now.
But but we'll start this off. Then I'm gonna let you go into your rant. So, damn, we just lost in hip hop. Another young artist, 26-year-old King Von, was killed.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. It's sad because when I look back, I think it's a lot of artists that died in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Up and coming artists, like they haven't been really established, and I haven't seen this amount of death, especially for young people in a very long time.
And he was killed by another young black man.
Yes,
What was it, man? What did y'all know what it was about?
they were fighting.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about it was that makes it so hard about this is, see, we can protest police brutality, and we can march on that, but at the same time we have to start doing something to say these young 26 years old.
Yep.
We have to start doing something. Like black men, we're an endangered species. It's bad enough that we deal with police brutality,
Right.
but then we go back to the self-destruction days where I shouldn't have to run from another black man.
Never.
And it's so crazy. Young up-and-coming rapper, I think on $1 Million Worth of Game, salute to my man Gilly. And yes, I really do know Gilly, so when I'm saying I ain't doing it for clout, you dumb motherfuckers, check my pictures. Real talk. I really have his phone number. I can call him up if y'all want to. But he's doing it. They do an interview that they shot with him last week. And this happened. It's just crazy because, these are the ages of my nephews.
Right.
And, at 25, I was just starting to live life.
Yep.
We ain't talking about money. We ain't talking about fame. We just talking about
Life.
just life in general. At 25, I really started to get in stride with things, and I knew what was what, and my pros, my cons. I started to know myself, and at 26, to be cut short, like, just imagine the powerhouse he could have grew into.
Right.
He could have been a household name. And I get tired of celebrating these dudes when they're dead.
Yeah.
I remember when 50 Cent said something about Pop Smoke, and I started to look him up, and then literally the next week, he died.
Mm-hmm.
I am just so heartbreaking. Hip-hop, let me rephrase that. Black people, we got to get it together. We got to check ourselves and police ourselves. Like, truthfully, if a dude beats you I'm not sure what they were beefing about, but you know, you lose a one-on-one fight, you don't need to grab a gun, and your man don't need to grab a gun. It's a loss. Take it. It's lumps.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta stop being soft, and we gotta. And then and the thing is, if you out here making money, and the thing is, you don't even gotta be a major record on a record label to make crazy amounts of money
Not
nowadays.
anymore, right?
So if you're out here making money and you're maintaining your life and you're feeding your kids and protect the life that you live versus your street beef
Mm-hmm.
because that's more important.
Yes.
You know, your sons, your daughters is more important. Now, two lives is ruined because they did catch the young man who did it. And I think he's trying to claim self-defense. I don't know why I wasn't there, but three people. We know one because he was getting famous, but three people lost their lives that night. Two other people lost their lives.
Yep.
So we have to learn to start protecting us and do a better job. And sometimes we have to. There's gonna be times we take losses.
Right.
You know, if and here's the crazy thing: we'll get in a physical altercation with each other and we'll shoot each other. If a cop whips your ass, you take it. You won't shoot. You won't shoot. And I ain't telling you to go shoot a cop. What I'm saying is, look at that situation.
Yeah, but you know, I was just having that conversation. It's very similar. Not exactly the same, but a lot of young black people are complaining about racists in this country, right?
Yeah.
But they don't have the same energy they have for their peers in their community.
Yes.
So if a racist says something to you, a lot of them bite the bullet and keep walking, or say something smart and keep walking. But let
Somebody step on
somebody
your
in
door.
your
Somebody step on your Jordans. You
right.
pulling out your nine over an accident.
It's like people want to be tough, but you only tough with a certain group of people. I'm confused. If you can do that, if George Zimmerman can still walk this earth
Yes.
and ain't nobody come at him,
That's the crazy thing.
I mean, I'm not understanding. And not no, again, like you said earlier, I'm not saying go out and start shooting racists and everything, but why is it that you can bite your tongue in one situation and not in another?
That's true. There's some real go hard crazy people in Florida. You know, XX Tentacion was shot. I think he was in his car.
Yeah, he was. He was in his car.
But yet,
And people recorded.
they recorded. But yet, George Zimmerman walked around, nothing happened. You know, it's stuff like that that breaks my heart.
It's it sucks to say, but it's just a mentality. It's I don't want to say it's brainwashing, but it's like folks are conditioned to a certain reaction to a certain group of people, or so that's portrayed as authority or whatever, but they see a dude that looks like them and feel like they can do whatever because they're so-called equal or whatever. And it's like you mentioned about what's going on now with all the change, and I definitely want to talk about it with the new president elect and what we're about to go through with the current president, and we know he's gonna fight every way tooth and nail. But it's my question is, even though now the guy that we wanted to be in the White House is in the
That's a
White House.
whole nother conversation, though. That's a whole nother topic that we're gonna dive
It's
into later, though. You jumping
it's all
off.
see, it's just all linked into mine. Like I said, I've been thinking about this for a while.
You,
It's been a while.
let's because
I don't want.
that's a whole nother.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it on until later on. Cause I've been waiting to talk about it. I've been
I
real
know you've
quiet.
been
I've been real
waiting,
because
friend.
I haven't been posting any politics on my page anymore.
But we definitely gonna talk about the election. We definitely. I don't want to spoil people's thoughts on it until we get to it, though.
Right. Well, it's just sad to say that the black community sees no problem with killing each other, but do find a problem when someone, a cop or a white person, kills a black person. I don't understand it either. We've spoke about it several times in deep detail, and I don't know, man. It's just sad to see, like you say, these young, talented artists. I don't know. I've never listened to his music, but if he had a following, obviously he did have talent and people that like what he was doing. And be at 26. That's like you said, you were just starting to understand, life, starting to learn the lessons, still making mistakes, but you have to make those mistakes to learn from learn the lessons. So I guess like you said, I'm not real familiar with these artists. It's just a sad fact that
It's
we're killing each other,
yeah.
and it's pointless.
I mean, I'm not like I said, I wasn't too familiar with his music, but I am. Anytime a black man loses his life needlessly,
Mm-hmm.
it's a painful process
Indeed.
because what the family goes through, what the children are going to be going through, you know, that's all I can think about. You know, stuff like that haunts you. Like my aunt was 68 when she passed in June. We had a great show. We had Eric Huza, LB the producer.
Yeah.
Great show that day. But I'm still haunted by that because that's still my aunt.
Right.
Just imagine who these kids who aren't even old enough to understand why their father is gone, and then when they have to realize their father ain't never coming back,
And why?
and why.
It's. I mean, we use the word senseless all the time, but just take the word and let it sink in. I mean, I too have, nephews and other loved ones that are that age,
Yeah.
and it's scary. And unfortunately, the issues that we thought that we overcame when it came to our hip hop artists being killed, murdered, we thought we were past all that, and we're not. It's crazy because when you look at it's hard, now that I'm older, to sit back and think about how young Tupac and Biggie were.
Yeah. And
It's
we
it's crazy.
and the thing about it is Tupac and Biggie murder was 6 months apart. And I think that year that was the two biggest deaths.
Biggest. There were others.
Yeah. But in 2020, it's so many. Like I was on Google or one of these internet sites, and I had to get off of it because it said rappers that died in 2020.
Yeah. And it was
And it was and the list was longer than I thought, and I was just like, I
hmm
can't even do this.
right.
Like it's going to depress me,
Hmm.
and it's just so crazy and so sad. And you know, being black shouldn't be an endangered species.
And we're getting attacked from outside, the left, the right, inside, everywhere.
Yes,
We're getting attacked, and people don't see it. And they're saying speak up for this and speak up for that. Well, when are we actually going to speak up for this these senseless acts of violence amongst each other?
that's
We
true.
It's like we need to have sit down and have a family meeting.
We do,
But
we do.
nobody will listen. Most folks wouldn't even
Well,
listen.
yeah, unfortunately, we have
That's
a lot of young people who are hard headed and don't want to listen to anything anybody got to say. They want to do it their way.
So what do you say about the argument that we don't have a leader? Well, this is my argument that we don't have a true leader of the black community that has the true intentions and the true good spirit behind it, not just for politicizing it or for social media clout or for whatever personal gain they can get out of it. And I think that's truly what's missing. We don't have anyone we can rally behind that has that voice of reason
Hmm.
that can try to calm down a situation like we've been going through recently with the riots and all of that.
Hmm.
Not saying that it couldn't have been a lot worse.
But I digress. Because I like Farrakhan's still alive. I think there are still plenty black leaders. It's just are they willing to listen?
Well, that's my thing. I feel it. I have an unpopular opinion about it. We don't really necessarily have a leader. We have a lot of people who are able and willing to lead. We don't deserve it. Black Twitter, this cancel culture, all this stuff,
That's true.
we don't deserve it.
I never did
And
all
that's
black
one of
Twitter.
the
I never done
But
none of that.
neither have I. But as a whole, I mean, let's take a step back. All right, so we all know. how this administration has been. We know how it has been to the black community. Every black leader that has gone and sat before Trump, everybody canceled them.
We canceled them.
They got
Mhm.
canceled. Ice Cube just did it. He didn't do it for an endorsement. He didn't do it for a photo op. He literally sat down with Trump speaking on the financial aspect of the black community. Now, let's take a step back. The leaders that we used to have back in the day, number one, let's keep in mind they were murdered. But the leaders we used to have, what did they do? They sat down with the current administration.
Yes, they did.
So now, when our leaders are trying to sit down with the current administration, we're canceling them. They're attacking them.
If
So we don't deserve it.
if we don't, social media has given people the wrong voice. If I say something that you disagree with, I can get canceled. If I say I like Madonna better than Beyonce, Black Twitter will try to cancel me. I,
I've heard about Black Twitter, but I've
but
never
But it's
checked
not
it out.
just Black
Black
Twitter.
Twitter,
It's past Twitter. To be honest with you, it's on Facebook. It's on
it's on any social
Instagram.
media
They cancel it's called a cancel culture. They
culture,
will cancel you
and we tend to do that on
easily.
some of the craziest without even knowing the facts.
Hmm.
We'll cancel people and won't know the facts of why we canceled them.
Yeah, they don't
Hmm.
research shit.
And it's sad because this cancel culture has corrupted a lot. And the thing about it is that we were doing it before it became cancel culture. Before we actually knew what it was and we called it what it was,
Hmm.
we've been doing this for like the last 15 to 20 years, dog.
Yep.
On a realness. When people say, oh, it's a simple, oh, you don't like Biggie? Oh, fuck you, you ain't black. You don't like Beyonce? Oh, shit, nah, you won't mess with you no more. Like,
See, I never
and, and,
understood that.
and people careers have been affected by cancel culture.
Yep. Look
Um,
at Chrisette Michelle.
Cassette Michelle, Carrie Houston, who used to write songs for Beyonce, he said something about Beyonce, and we canceled her.
Chrisette Michelle
Is a beautiful singer,
sang for Trump's inauguration. They canceled her,
and the
but
same niggas
they
that
but they voted for Kanye.
no, here's the crazy thing: the same niggas that canceled Cassette Michelle, right, took a $1,200 stimulus check,
Which
no,
is far less. She got paid, I want to say 250.
and none of them gave it back. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
you can't really give
Well,
it
if you
back.
want to talk
But
about
but
it,
But
but
they
they
were
but they cashed it
they were excited
for it,
about
definitely.
that stimulus check. Now I'm gonna be real with you. Trump did not technically give us that money.
Mhm.
Let's be real. However, they are looking to Trump and saying, "Hey, where's my stimulus?" As if you are owed that money. But Chrisette said, "Okay, I'll sing. Pay me my money," and she was canceled.
Yes.
I guess I've never really paid attention to that. I mean, I've seen people say it, and I've seen stuff on social media. But to me, those are weak-minded people. So I don't even really. To me, they don't really count because they're so caught up in the bullshit and the labeling and the so-called canceling because they're not black enough or they're not this enough. Like there is no such thing as who's black enough or whatever. There's some white folks out here that's blacker than some of the black folks out here. If you want to really think about it.
I've seen it.
That's more true to the cause than some of these pro-black separate. We need to get away from the white man and all this other bullshit. But you're doing nothing to perpetuate that. You're
Hmm.
doing nothing to push that movement. You're just doing lip service, wasting time, punching keys on social media, and that's cool. If that's what gets you off and gets you laid, good for you. Keep doing what you're doing, but don't act like you're holding it out. You real and you want to start throwing pseudo facts and pseudo bullshit, and I come with real facts, and then you want to get salty. I mean, then you just need to shut the fuck up and just keep on getting the cooch on the side that you're getting. If that's why you're doing it, because you're not really in it for the movement. That's why I'm like, if you're gonna do it, do it. Don't
Right.
bullshit with it. Don't just talk the rhetoric. Actually get behind it. That's why I tell folks I work with mentoring groups. I work with Boys and Girls Club. I work with Boy Scouts. So I don't just be on social media talking about it. I'm out here talking to some of these youth that's in tough situations and trying to see what I can do to help. I have young nieces and nephews that I'm trying to help going through tough situations also.
You teaching the Boy Scouts how to shoot.
I don't know if they still do shoot man bags.
I was just asking dumb man numbers in my
I'm
bad.
just saying.
Don't get mad at me. I
I
just
don't
want to
go
know.
on the camping trips or nothing. I do miss the
You
camping
you
though.
you might want to disassociate yourself with the Boy Scouts
Like I
because
said,
they're not in
our
good faith right now.
our troop ain't had none of that stuff going on, so I ain't
Yeah.
worried about it. We had, we
hmm
had a God-fearing black man
Who
that.
taught you how to shoot guns?
Well, actually, no, it was the white folks who taught us how to shoot. That's when
But it was
that's when
still
we
in
went to
Boy
summit.
Scouts.
Yeah, we went to summit. That's when we went out to Virginia.
Oh, was he God-fearing too when he was loading up his Glock?
I think he said, bless the ammunition and some stuff like that. So
Oh
You know.
my goodness! You
So-
have got to be playing with. Are you serious?
Nah,
I was about to say. Oh, that is
Nah, it
terrible.
was a murder bag.
Y'all
and I
was on some Medea stuff. She
I mean,
said, "Peace
oh,
be with
no,
you."
I wouldn't know because I don't watch it.
She said, "Peace be with you."
Veronica, you've been.
I'm gonna tell you something real quick. There is a gentleman that just sent me, and you need to hit reply back. You just sent me your video. One, you need to share this in like 10 different groups. Same rules applies whether you sent me an MP3 or a video. However, if we play this video and this song,
Yeah, go ahead and give a disclaimer.
and it's we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
If that's not what you want,
we're gonna give
you-
you feedback today.
you're gonna get live feedback on the air.
Some real
If
feedback.
so,
Not to say it's gonna be bad.
so not to
Just
say it's
to
going to
give
be
you
bad.
our honest opinion
So,
of the
Veronica Gonzalez, that's who put the thing in it. So if you're not ready for that feedback, say that, and I won't play the video. And then come next week's show, we'll just probably play it regular after I review it or whatever. If I play it live today, it means we're giving you
I was about
feedback.
to say, so if you play it live, you gotta get it. Okay, I like that.
If I play it live today, you're getting feedback.
I
So
like that.
if one, you have to put this in 10 groups. Two, we're going to give you live feedback.
It's gonna be honest.
So, Ms. Gonzalez, if you can hear me, if you want the feedback, if you don't want the feedback, you need to reply, "Hey, I don't want it."
Just play the song.
Just play the song and I'll do it next week. If you want me to play it live, I'm just gonna let you know now. We're gonna give you that feedback.
You will find out how good your music is.
And then also other people are able to comment within the feed.
Yes, and
And give you immediate feedback.
So-
there's a benefit. There's benefits to it.
yes.
Yeah, you're
So
definitely reaching a broad audience.
So I just want to let you know that. But I ain't doing it right this minute because we're in the middle of a conversation. Anyway, I just had to get that out the way. I'm
setting up stuff over here like
I want to give them time. I want to give them time to reply because we still gonna talk about sports and then we're gonna
We got lots to talk about.
we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we do
Um,
talk about some sports.
Y'all know I'm crazy because I got some other stuff to say about other topics.
Uh-oh, I don't know.
No,
I'm just trying to figure out what you got.
not your kind of crazy. My kind.
So
Oh, yeah.
what I'm gonna do is on a positive tip, since we are talking about black men and stuff. And truthfully, this conversation by itself can go 3 hours. I'm about to play Black Kings United. I just like black men. I just want us to do better.
Yeah.
I understand what you were saying about the leader CP3, but I also grew up with Charles Barkley, and I say that because he made the statement that I'm not your role model. And when he first said it, I was like, this fucking asshole. But when I understood what he was saying was, we gotta stop looking to other people to police and start doing stuff for ourselves.
I'm not saying to look.
And I get what you're saying,
Yeah,
but that's why I said what I said.
yeah, some folks need that.
Some people do need guidance. That's why we have managers, supervisors. Shout out to the lazy people that work for me.
It's so mad.
So
They probably looking like.
Right.
I'm
They
petty.
definitely
I ain't clean that room now. I'm going on break.
I'm petty as shit. www. That nigga's petty.
Oh my God.
But there are times too that we have to take ownership and start and be our leaders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we talk about how great and the strength of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King is, but it took a lot of strength for Rosa Parks to be tired and to be like, yo, I ain't going to the back of the bus that day. You know, it's a lot of strength in other leaders as well. And what she did, whether she wanted to or not, started a movement that affected us many years later. So, and at that time, she wasn't even trying to be a leader. She was probably just tired.
She was
No.
just tired, but
Yeah. No.
she was fed up. She had a rough day.
And
She
honestly,
had withdrawal.
most of the time, that's how it works. When I've been put into leadership roles, I wasn't trying to be nobody's leader.
Neither was I.
I just say in my
I was like,
situation
what?
too. But I'm not saying that they need it, but sometimes you have to have that central voice because, like now, especially now with all the different political news that you can watch and political shows you can watch that can back up whatever crazy theory that they have, you have to have someone that has that
But-
voice of reason. Like live this, like Fauci, like this is bullshit. Wear a mask, wash your hands. Don't listen to what this dumbass is saying, cause y'all out here dying
But-
listening to his shit.
But at the same time, you gotta have that simple that voice. You also gotta have that common sense too.
Well, common sense ain't common.
We know.
Yeah.
So some people need help in those
But that's-
areas.
that's
You can't just say fuck them because they don't have.
I'm not saying we're not
That's
saying
our
we're not saying
culture
fuck
right
them,
now. Our
but
culture, we're filled with idiots. Like, real talk. I
yeah.
have friends from other countries, and I have to take a step back and admit, Americans right now are idiots.
Yeah, they are, but we have to. We can't just say it.
We don't say-
educate them.
We don't say fuck them, but what we do say is though, you gotta try to do better.
Yeah, if they
And-
want to learn.
And the thing about it is though is the problem with leadership is you got okay. The problem with leadership is I got 2 words for you, and y'all can look it up because it ain't the rap I'm about to say. The first word is Jim. The second word is Jones. And y'all can go ahead and drink the Kool-Aid. Because that's and because being a leader is a double-edged sword. When you find the wrong leadership, you're drinking the Kool-Aid at times. So we have to be careful of saying we need a leader because we get a leader to talk about we're gonna kill all white people today, and my brother start putting guns and that'll happen too. So we just have to find the right leadership.
Yeah, I'm not just saying anybody. I'm just saying,
And you know we can't follow stuff blindly anymore.
No,
But what we do have to do is do a better job of creating leaders
Right.
And-
supporting them.
and supporting them.
I mean,
Creating and supporting is they go hand in
They
hand.
go hand in hand.
but I
That's a
talk
difficult
about
lesson.
that quite a bit, you know, and I think when we spoke on marriage one time before and submitting, you
Yes.
know, as far as like the person who to submit to, in a sense, if you have a leader, it's your responsibility to also make sure that they're leading you into the right direction.
That is true.
You know, once you see that they're leading you into the right direction, hey, go for it. Support them. You know, do all that you can. But the problem is that we don't have that. It's true. We don't really have a solid, you know, leader. It's not just like one person.
Yeah.
So people are just literally reaching into the air for leaders.
Yeah,
And they're following anybody.
yeah, some of the stuff that I've heard, some of the conspiracies that I've heard, because you know, I've heard from the white folks that Obama's gay and Michelle was a man and
Yeah,
all
I've
that.
heard that.
I actually ran into a black person
Who believes it?
that believed and was
And this
and actually was,
that's
crazy.
dude. We're gonna talk about this real quick, and then I'm gonna go to this video because black people talk about this. So I remember one of my nephews hit me up with something about the Illuminati one day.
Oh, yeah. That would be so.
So, and if you notice, when people talk about the Illuminati, they'll tell you any black person had any success
Yep.
was part of the Illuminati.
Yep.
Oh, they was doing this. And when the greatest trick of the Illuminati is when you start thinking that success means that you gotta sell your soul. But they'll tell you any successful black person has. They don't tell you Tom Cruise sold his soul for Scientology, but they will tell you Oprah. They will tell you Kanye sacrificed his mother. They will tell you all these things. And then you get, and here's the thing. So then the mentality of the next black person is, I don't want to be famous. I don't want to make it. the right way because I gotta do this.
And they gonna make it harder for me to make it the right way.
And so we get caught up in that. So that's the greatest strength, though. When we tell people, when you tell a lie and it becomes that powerful, and you got black. I remember how to stop talking to this female because she was stupid.
Really?
I thought that was your number one type. But we gonna get back to that later.
I don't believe you, but
I'll just playing. We just playing. You know, I'm just
I
playing.
don't believe you, but that's another story.
But I stopped talking to her. She called me up one day and she was like, "Yeah, my daughter saw on the internet that Michelle Obama is really a man, and such and such this and such that," and then she's like, "When we gonna hang out?" In the back of my mind, I was like,
"Well, wait, she was saying she believed it."
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Yeah."
One video on the internet.
And then I was like, "So where you get that from?" She said, "Oh, from the internet." And I didn't even want to disbelief, but I just knew that I was just never going to meet her in person and talk. I was like, because obviously the conversation is, I'd have a better conversation with an empty glass or an empty bottle of liquor. Like, damn, you tasted so good and now you are gone. Like, that would be more thrilling and entertaining to me.
But you know what's funny to me? Is people...
I don't want to taste stupid, nigga.
What I see people doing is they'll say, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in religion. And then they turn around and
but I believe in the internet.
One video on the internet about a conspiracy, no matter what it is,
and believe
they'll
it.
just see one video and they believe it.
And that's the thing. And then they won't research with the facts. And my whole thing is, if you can bring something to me factual, I can be like, cool, right. You know what, we can debate it. No. And even if I don't understand it or agree with it, I can respect it.
Right.
But
that's what I'm saying.
So,
but they'll argue with you about something you believe in. Whole time they believe in something.
But that's different.
That's just one video on the internet.
That's different.
And anybody, I can put up a video on the internet with a whole bunch of pretend stuff, and guess what? I'm gonna have somebody that's gonna believe it.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So. I mean, but that's a great thing.
We can talk about that offline.
Hell yeah, we're gonna play Black Kings United. Black people, we definitely get together. I might play another video after that. Just so we get the mood in. CP3 is sipping liquor. He's about to drunk dial some female.
But wait, we also have to.
On King News, and I'm troubling you with the truth. The streets took 6 more lives overnight, all the result of gang-bang stupidity. By the way, you gangsters should know, one of your victims was a 6-year-old girl. Local gang members, you still don't get it, do you?
Killer Cal here to speak about the times we living in. I'm all for the movement, but protect the businesses. Culture try and clone us, we fighting Corona. We ain't trying to be athletes, we trying to be owners. Should I kill me a sucker or pray for his mother? Cause the way that he acting is because he didn't love her. He acting out of school trying to kill his own brother. Cause his father wasn't there, he too busy undercover.
We all need protection, we never wear rubbers. We strong black man, just need somebody to love us. It's hard out here, I'ma ride for my brother. Kings out here, we unlike no other.
Other than that, we know that that's like litmus. Priest cold like a pole on a stripper. Never with a knee on my neck, so y'all gone off the dippers. Like Mahalia Bar, saving old souls by the river. Yeah, breathe, we don't tear, them no one believe us. Knee pump with it, we're not gonna ease up. Please. Black skin, no one win, so them mistreat us. But we are in the same, y'all know we are speak. Been through it, I was young, dumb, foolish. On the streets underneath the wrong influence. Lost in the dark, follow my heart, it lit a light. Unite, we hit a night to fight the bigger fight. Life for black kings, striving to change things, surviving and maintain, man, we all in the same game.
There's a war going on outside against black skin.
From all those that sympathize, you see the passion.
It's like the minds in their eyes while they harass.
Child dies, a mother cries while they all laughing.
Wonder why we clashing, huh? This is genocide. The ignorance of eugenics designed to kill our pride. So don't be a crab in the pot. Question mark asylum, baby, yeah, we all we got.
Yeah. Like 50 Cent, I gotta get the strap. Rubber bullets in my body, now I'm shooting back. Racist copper wanna kill me cause my skin is black. Sometimes I know from my location using Google Maps.
In the walk, police sirens passing. Mix of the truth in the bars as we have to. Footsteps sounding like a revolution happening. Out the back door screaming Black Lives Matter.
We can't breathe, we don't tear. Them no one believe us. Need power with it, we not gonna ease up. Black skin, no one we win, so them mistreat us. But we are in the same, y'all know we are speak up.
Problem is unity, we gon' need more of that.
Too many funerals, we burying more blacks.
Mothers is losing sons,
Fathers is losing daughters.
gotta get this in order.
Before it's a civil war.
Okay, they say I preach, I just do my thing. No fake in the building, just a room full of kings, huh? A lot of power and we will grow like the R&B dude said you will know, huh?
You gon' know and you gon' see us grow. Put some flavor in the system cause it need more soul. It's the power in the people, better leave us alone. We been tired of being tired of how they treat us bros.
Knee still to the neck, courtesy of Pro. Black Woodson coming to dinner with beef, no foe. Tired of asking, need reaction, no talking. Black dope to get over the lies we've been told.
Be on BLM Plaza with a camera, expressing all my pain way back from my ancestors. Maybe the reason my generation is now savage. I'm not having it, revolution and art development.
Living in the country, we don't know who we are. Black kings wearing tight jeans, thinking they hot. Came accustomed to the white culture, they culture vultures. Making money off the pain of the ghetto. We need to put our riches together and build our own. Grocery stores, pharmacies, banks, and homes.
We supposed to love each other like we loving ourselves. Take a knee, Lord, give us some help. Cause Lord knows, when we're together, the chance is better. Take a stand, yo, demand for measures.
I'm a black man in the city with an attitude. Cops killing blacks, they wonder why we so rude. No pigs sell out, where I keep the tool. It's a war going on, I gotta make a move. No Trump in the government, we breaking rules. No Trump in the government, we breaking rules. Black business, black love, say it louder. 7 days, 24 hours, like Jack Bauer. Wrong train, NWA, like so plain. Land on the Trump Towers, screaming at the top of our lungs, black power. Fist up, stand up, sit up, get up. I said enough is enough, and it's time to man up. Commander, Captain Leader, we taking it past the meter,
Yeah, we sick and tired of being sick and tired. Niggas being slain every day a different ride. It's time to strategize and kill them from the inside. Black Lives Matter, say it with a fist of pride.
We can't breathe, we don't tear, them no one believe us. Need power with it, we not gonna ease up. Black skin, no one we win, so them mistreat us. But we are in the same, y'all know we are speak up.
That nigga. You know that be.
I know they understand. I know it can't just be me, y'all. I know they understand, my man. I'm from the city where the fat niggas die too. Don't nobody know you run my way, then don't slide through. And don't get it twisted, slim, my young niggas ride too. What get you hit? Leaking out your fit like a side boob. You been lied to. I heard the meek shall inherit the earth. But being meek unless you mills, you'll inherit a hearse. Hustler's heart, I inherit at birth. So if it's 9 to 5 don't feed my kids shit, I do whatever that works. I'm selling weed, water, pistols, and prescriptions for perks. Selling fish gills and still selling bread at the church. It ain't nothing to make a zip flip. Twice on the first, I got $1 million mind to put my life in reverse. So what I'm supposed to do, just let the money sit there? I ain't where I wanna be, I flip up till I get there. In this world, I know this even freedom ain't free. And the rich get rich by daily praying on the weak. I know it can't just be me, Lord. I know y'all understand. I know it can't just be me, y'all. I know they understand, my man. I'm a young Trinity boy, Southside thuggin', making something out of nothing, so the whole world love them. Speed light for my G's over keys and percussion, so they can see past D's yelling freeze while they hustling. T told me a few weeks before they cuffed him, only winners eat dinner. If you loafing, then you lunch. Let that breathe, I think he was on to something. Only winners eat dinner. If you loafing, then you lunching. I feel like you finally sunk in. Whether you got work or gotta work, either way, you gotta punch in. All this sleeping to get you tucked in, but don't be flipping for them tricks, get rich and stunt then. It's $1 billion business and clearly I want in. Speed limit 65, my drive on 110. I'm from the land of the free and the home of the brave. When you're a slave if you ain't getting paid. I know it can't just be me.
Millions of people know just how I feel.
Yo, shout out to my man Super Cat, Super Cool Cat. He actually just dropped the album on Spotify and iTunes. The link will be on my page. It's probably on there now, but I'll repost it again. But a shout out to my man Super Cool Cat. CP3.
Shout out to some of them cranberry juice.
He done changed his voice.
He done changed.
That's how you know something.
Something wrong with this dude. Are you capable of giving us a recap of sports right now, real quick?
My man tuning in for some sports coverage.
I know you do. We kind of started the show wrong because I just wanted to get the rest of peace off, and that turned into a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, next time we need to make sure we get the sports in real fast before you have a little too much.
I told y'all last Sunday. It was the first of the month. It's my birthday.
Oh, nigga, you getting fucked up next week.
Exactly. I'm getting fucked up every day. I get a chance.
Yeah.
Okay.
I work every day, so I don't get a chance to get fucked up every day no more. So when I get a chance, and I ain't driving tonight, oh yeah. Woo! You know that's the white motherfuckers start having fun. They start making that sound.
So, Lady Antoinette, do you want to go by Capitol Heights on your way home?
No,
No. I'm not going by Capitol Heights.
As a responsible party.
You know?
responsible. I pick up and drop off exactly where they need to be.
You're the one that pulled 4 bottles out of her bag.
I didn't do that today.
Not today, but it has been done.
And it was 3.
It was 3.
It was still more than I had.
You don't really carry a bag though.
No, he carries a book bag.
Yeah, but you have your laptop in it.
That other stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Okay. How about that?
Okay, can we get to them sports?
Let's get to the sports. Today, the Washington football team took a loss to the New York football Giants. Their second win, and unfortunately, both of the wins came against the Washington football team. We can recall back.
As a Giants fan, I just want y'all to understand, we won, but we still suck.
Well, they actually played a good.
Yeah.
Totally.
Look. Stop trying to make it. Whether you step in human shit or dog shit, it's still shit. So when we are some shit, we just some shit.
They had their good points.
Yeah, everybody says that.
But
it's like me trying to tell an ugly girl, you got a good soul.
Good personality.
She's so sweet.
Yeah, I mean it was an interesting game. It was the first quarter like I had never seen before. Washington turned the ball over 2 times in 2 possessions. Once on the first play of the game. They kind of gave the Giants momentum. The defense was playing lights out. They held them to only 10 points off of those 3 turnovers. But unfortunately, it took the Washington football team too long to get their offense going. Unfortunately, Kyle Allen suffered an ankle injury that had Alex Smith coming in, which we spoke about earlier when he came in, how I felt about that. He looked comfortable out there. After I saw him the first time, I really, like Coach Rivera said, he's cleared medically. If they said he wasn't, he would have fear of putting him out there, but he's healthy. And he brought this team back. Unfortunately, at the end of the game, he had 2 bad interceptions that ended the game. I'm not going to say they costed the team the game because they had 5 turnovers, 3 of those before he even got into the game. So this one did hurt because even though they had 5 turnovers, they still only lost by 3 points. Mm-hmm. They were still in the game, still had a chance to win the game. I'm not trying to make any moral victories, but I mean, it does suck to lose to a team that should be winless, and one victory they got because of failed 2-point conversion, and this one they got because of some unfortunate turnovers and injury to your backup quarterback. But I'm not going to sit here and say I saw some positive in it because unfortunately what we saw against the Cowboys we didn't see against the Giants. We saw a full 60 minutes of concerted effort, not making mistakes, staying disciplined, doing their assignments, and they won the game. This game, I saw a little bit more freelance, and they weren't staying gap disciplined. And the turnovers, I just think they were pressing They were trying to do too much. They were going beyond themselves, trying to make stuff happen. We saw with the fumble with Logan Thompson. He had a chance to fall on the ball, but he was trying to pick it up and run with it. Ended up losing and give it back to the Giants. So I'm not going to say making any moral victories, but it is what it is. I see folks. My man Fred said that folks killing Alex Smith about the game. But I'm like, he came in, wasn't expecting to play. Didn't take no first team reps. Put up 300 yards, put the team in a position to win. Unfortunately, he made 2 bad throws. On that last interception, if you listen to the announcer on, even though I can't stand Jonathan Vilma, he was a good player, but his commentating is horrible. His partner actually summed it up perfectly. That the safety sucked him in on that play. He was waiting for him. He knew that he was going to McLaurin, even though my man Josh Kirby pointed out it was 2 people that was open. And we've seen Haskins make this mistake. We've seen Kyle Allen make this mistake. And we just saw Alex Smith make it. So he went to McLaurin. The safety, baited him and jumped underneath for the route. Intercepted the ball. Game over. So, I mean, and to the folks that's trying to be sarcastic and say, the folks are trying to say it was all on Haskins. Nobody said it was on Haskins. Your imagination said that. Coach Rivera came out several times and said that he didn't say Haskins was done. He didn't say he was over. He didn't say he was done with him. But in your mind, because of the DC sports media, you decide to believe that instead of the coach that's actually in the locker room, instead of those butt jockeys that's on the radio that don't deserve to be on the radio. And then you're questioning all types of stuff and then coming at me when I'm trying to explain to you that he never said that. Go look at the press conference. He's never said that once. So my hope to all of you folks that's been doubting him, that Haskins did take this benching seriously. And he did work on the things that he told him he needed to work on. His footwork, his mechanics, his technique. It ain't about race. I know y'all talking that BS. I don't pay attention to it. It ain't about race. It's about being prepared. Kyle Allen was playing good ball. Last week, y'all was loving him when they beat the Cowboys 25-3.
Mm-hmm.
Now he suffers an injury and he sucks and all this and that. And Alex Smith did. Man, y'all gotta chill out, man. Sniff a line of coke, smoke a J, pop a Xanax.
Did you just tell them to sniff a line of coke?
Yeah, they gotta do something, man.
That's sad.
He said smoke a J or pop a Xanax.
Yeah. Okay, so we gotta put a disclaimer out real quick. The opinions of CP3, aka Gunman Numbers, is his alone. I would say this about because I'm a Giants fan.
We know.
But I'm gonna say this about Washington fans. Washington fans tend to get upset over the littlest things, and it's a rebuilding process. I get it because I remember when Eli first played, and I was like, this motherfucker don't move, and I hated Eli for that first couple of years. And then he gave me 2 Super Bowls, and I was like, oh, that dude ain't too bad. But it's a process. And I think, these cowboy coaches, not cowboy coaches, these couches coaches, because they're home on the couch and they think they know better than what the coaches do. And it's great we have opinions and stuff like that. But here's the thing. As I like to tell some of my workers, I'm in my position for a reason. So, and you're in your position for a reason. So, if you're not coaching, and understand, just because you coached a bunch of nappy head little leaguers does not make you NFL qualified to coach. Like, if you coach, if you managed a bum ass store, that does not make that you ready to go manage Walmart or Target. Like, managing a corner store and managing like Safeway or Giant is a big difference. Because in your corner store you can have the cat on the counter. You can go in the back and you can play with your rats and stuff like that. You can't do that in Safeway or Giant.
So basically what you're saying is just when you burn those fries, they don't fire you that first time. When you don't flip that bird one time. See, so y'all was killing me when I said that, but you're basically saying
I didn't call
just in different words.
I did not call. Wait a minute. I did not call anybody. I have a lot of respect for people that work. I have a lot of respect for people if they flipping my fries. I have a lot of respect for for fast food workers.
Yeah, they just gotta know.
I'm
they
just
gotta
saying.
know their role.
I'm just telling them to know their role.
That's exactly. Don't make me have to raise. Don't make me have to raise the eye to people's eyebrow here.
However,
You look like you can right now. Your eyes are closed.
listen to my analogy, and listen to how aggressive your analogies are. You actually told the dude, well, maybe because you don't speak good English. Like, I didn't say that shit. I'm just saying there's a reason why we're in such and such position.
You just
like
told people to